Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Flewelling? Yeah. Flewelling! Thank you. Hello. That dog does not look real. But it is, wow.
Mechanical.
It's mechanical, it's animatronic. Does anybody like thrift stores? Yeah! I try to get everything that I own from a thrift store. And I just have a magical power. I can walk into a thrift store and just will what I need to be there. I could just be like, I need a tropical print of a shower curtain, brand new. Boom! I'll get 2. And I'll steal that shit. Salvation Army want me dead? No thanks. But if I come across like pants, I always have to try them on in the dressing room because I'm a giant, and I just gotta make sure they fit.
You got wide hips.
I got wide hips. I gotta own it, girl. And so I find myself in the Goodwill. I got one leg in a pair of pants and about ready to put the second in. That's when I noticed there is a giant shit stain inside. Yeah, just like a big, beefy, dry shit stain. Bullseye. I see, what is worse? Were these donated this way? Or did some other giant try them on and leave his mark? Or her mark, whatever. Anyway, they fit really good. What do you think about them? Levi's. Love some shit. I cut my finger, like a little frisbee, just sliced it off on some cheese. And when it grew back, it's different. I have a different fingerprint than the first 31 years of my life. So I'm gonna commit some one-finger crimes. Watch out, buttholes. Who has ever gone to church camp? Who's ever been like a camp counselor? Oh, that's cool. I was a church counselor at a camp. And, when you're a camp counselor, there's nothing more that you want when lights out happens than just to go to bed. That's it. Because you're being paid like pennies. And the kids are like, no, lights out, it's party time. And I'm like, just go to bed. And they're like, no, it's party time. And so I got a job at this summer camp in my first week. It's like 8 to 11-year-olds. And like, lights out, like, tell us scary stories. And I was like, no. Because I was raised really Christian. Like, I've never been trick-or-treating. Thank you for your support. So I don't know a scary story. Didn't grow up with any of that. Like, you want to know about David and Goliath? I got you. But, like, tell us, and it wasn't like just any scary stories. Like, tell us the Island Lake Jake story. Because this camp was called Island Lake. And they're like, the Island Lake Jake story. And I was like, I'm not telling any scary stories. You all say you want it. I know some of you, I'm not that kind of counselor, okay? And they're like, no, they just wouldn't give it up every night. Island Lake Jake, Island Lake Jake. So I went to another staff member and goes, who's this Island Lake Jake? And they're like, oh, that's just the scary story we tell here, man. Like, it's a good one. I'm like, well, what's the story? Like, you just make it up, man. Just use Island Lake Jake. It's good. You're good. Go with God, Okay. And, it's the last night. They're like, we're not going to bed until you tell us the Island Lake Jake story. And I was like, fine, let's do it. And I tell them a story, and it just sucks. Okay? Everybody's safe. They catch the guy. Go to bed. You're good. Hey, they caught him. You're safe. And these 8 to 11-year-olds are like, you are placating us. Tell us the real Island Lake Jake story. I was like, fine. I was a little offended. I was like, fine. You want to hear a story? You want to hear the real Island Lake Jake's? Okay. And the only thing I can do is to retell the Silence of the Lambs. It's all I had. And I just let it all out. I was like, Island Lake Jake, he is making some skin suits. You look like a size 5. Yeah, do not go to the bathroom tonight. Full moon, good night, I'm out. I just go to sleep. I'm dead to the world. I wake up the next day before my cabin, as every responsible counselor should. First thing I notice, all my campers are doubled up in their bunks. They are asleep in a petrified position. It's like looking at the ash bodies of Pompeii. It smells like piss, too. So, I'm like, okay, don't do that again. And I didn't. I didn't all summer until the last week. It's the teenagers, it's the high schoolers. Like, why are they last? Like, I have no more energy this summer. And they're like, just deal with these high schoolers. And I didn't get a cabin really of high schoolers. I got 8th grade graduates, who haven't been freshmen. Yeah, boo! Boo the middle school system. Yeah, and they all knew each other. They switched their names around. I didn't know who was who. They were mean. They read my journal. True. And I hated all of them. And they're just like, tell us the Island Lake Jake story. And I was like, no, I don't like any of you, but I'm not doing that. And they're like, do it, do it, do it, do it. And, every night, my resolve gets weaker and weaker and weaker. And it's the last night of the summer, and they're like, we're not going to bed unless you tell us the Island Lake Jake story. I got 2 liters of Mountain Dew, just dare me. And I was like, fine. I start with Silence of the Lambs. Falls flat. One teenager's like, isn't that the Silence of the Lambs? No! Well, tell us the real one. Okay, fine. I can only tell the Island Lake Jake story on the dirt bike trails in the woods in the middle of the night. So get your shoes on, get your flashlights, we're going for a hike. Half the cabin's like, let's do this. The other half's like, I'll stay here, I'm good, I'm going. No, you're fucking going. You're all going. And we get out there and I don't even start telling a story until we're in the woods. It's dark, it's already scary. And I just start telling this story. I'm like, I am like Jake, and dirt bikes, this dirt bike everything. I'm like, he rides around the camp, and you hear a dirt bike, it's him. And I'm telling this story, and it's a scary ass story. I'm like, wow, Jay, you're good. This is scary. And half my cabin is frightened. Okay, they're shaky, they're really scared. The other half, they're not scared yet. I'm like, okay, a couple more gory details. I got them, we can turn around, we can go back. And I keep telling this story, and then all of a sudden, we all hear a noise. We all stop, we all hear it all down the line, a dirt bike engine. There's some people crying behind me. I am scared. I know this story's not real, but who's on a dirt bike in the middle of the night? I was like, gentlemen, it's time to go. Let's go. And I start walking, and all of them are petrified. I'm trying to keep my body language solid, but it's creeping through. And the dirt bike seems to be following us. I'm like, let's pick up the pace. And I start running. I could not have planned this better. They see that I'm scared, they see that I'm running, they're like, oh my God, this is real. I'm like, just go for it, everyone for themselves. I just start running, just dead sprint, all the way back to the cabin. I lock the door. Thank you so much, this has been a pleasure. Yay!
So, speaking of church camp and Jesus, I got you a toaster that burns the image of Jesus in your toast.
It's a miracle. Thank you very much.